Yes. Good morning, children. How are you all? So, in which lesson we are? We are in air winds and cyclones, isn't it? What I explained you about air winds and cyclones, about the air I explained you, isn't it? Oh, about air. Can you feel air? Yes, we can feel air. Can you see air? No, we can't see the air. Okay, only we can feel the air, isn't it? What is a wind? Moving air is called a wind. What are the properties we have studied about the air? Air occupies space, air exerts pressure, isn't it? And air expands on heating. Hot air is lighter than the cold air. Experiment also explained you, that is cups, paper bags, or candle experiment already explained you, isn't it? Now here coming to how can you say air expands on heating, isn't it? So what you have observed, now take the agarbatti stick also. Take agarbatti stick and light the agarbatti stick. What you will observe here, the smoke will goes up. Agarbatti smoke goes up, isn't it? So why? Because surrounding air becomes warm. Warm air always, it is lighter than cool air, so it rises up. It rises up. So it is important to remember that on heating the air expands and occupies more heat. On heating the air, it expands and occupies more space, isn't it? When something occupies more space, it becomes less dense. It becomes less dense. So the warm air is therefore less dense than the cold air, isn't it? That's why it goes up. Thus the smoke from the agarbatti goes up. Understood? Now here similar, so what are the numerous factors are there which contribute to heat air? Numerous factors are there. So when the air rises up, what happens? The air pressure at the place becomes low. The air pressure of that place becomes low, and we have many kinds of winds. We have many kinds of winds as air comes to occupy the area, isn't it? Of a lower pressure. This difference in the heating, this differential heating of land and water by the sun, what happens? By the sun causes land and sea breeze. Causes land and sea breeze. Because of the differential heating with the sun causes land breeze and the sea breeze. Okay. So land heats up faster than the water, isn't it? The land heats up faster than the sea, isn't it? So the warm air rises over the land during the daytime. Why? Because the air which is present on the land heats up due to sun rays, and it becomes lighter and it rises up. Okay. So at a certain times of year, what happens? That can create a sea breeze. Which is gentle breeze, very nice, very pleasant breeze blowing into the land. So what is a sea breeze? Cool air moves from the sea to land. Warm air from the land rises up. Why? Because of the heat of the sun, the air becomes lighter and it moves up. Warm air takes place of the cool air at high atmosphere. Okay? Cool air pushed down towards the sea because it is more denser than the warm air, isn't it? Warm air is lighter than the cold air. Understood? So this causes a sea breeze. Okay? Land breeze, and it takes time. It takes place during the daytime. Sea breeze takes place during daytime. Sea breeze takes place during the daytime. Now in the same way, land breeze takes place during night. It takes place during night time. That is night time. What happens? The land cools faster, isn't it? And the cool air moves from the land towards the sea. Land towards the sea. Land towards the sea. You are seeing the arrow mark. See the arrow mark. See the arrow mark. Warm air from the sea rises up along with the water vapor. Warm air takes place of the cool air at high atmosphere. Cool air pushed down towards the land. It is more denser. That's why it pushed down, isn't it? So, this is about the land breeze and the sea breeze. So, this creates a land breeze and the sea breeze. Now, next coming to moving effect of air. Effect of moving air. Effect of moving air. Now you are seeing effect of a moving air. Effects of moving air. All this will contribute for the formation of winds and cyclones. Okay. Now here take a glass. Keep the cardboard on the edge of the glass. On the edge of the glass, keep the cardboard. Okay. Now, what you have to do is here. Keep the glass on a table and the postcard on the glass. Cardboard you can keep or postcard you can keep, anything. Now, wave your hand. Take another piece of cardboard. What you have to do is wave. Just you have to wave on the above the cardboard. Just you have to wave above the cardboard. Okay? To displace the air. To displace the air, you have to wave the cardboard above the glass. Okay? Just above the cardboard which you have placed on the glass. Here you are taking the glass, you are keeping the cardboard on the edge of the glass. Now you take another cardboard and wave it on the surface of this cardboard to displace the air. So here what you have understand here is when we move our hand, there is a movement of air caused. There is a movement of air is caused here. Isn't it? The moving air creates a low pressure on the cardboard. Creates a low pressure on the cardboard. This is the reason and why high pressure is created on the paper. High pressure is created from the air in the glass. So, low pressure is created on the cardboard and high pressure is created inside the glass. Air pressure is created inside the glass. High pressure is created inside the glass and low pressure is created. This is the reason the cardboard will be lifted up. This is the reason the cardboard will be lifted. So, moving air creates a air pressure. Low pressure is created due to waving with the cardboard, isn't it? And hence the paper lifts up due to high pressure on the paper from the air which is present inside the glass. Understood? Now, another experiment. Take a glass with water, wet the edges of the glass. Okay, edges of the glass and stick the cardboard. Fix up. Just keep the cardboard up and down. Shake it up and down. Press it with your palm. Invert it. What happens? Will the cardboard falls? Here what happens? The high pressure is created. High air pressure is created on the cardboard outside. From the inside, the equal pressure of air is created, due to which the cardboard will not fall down. After some time, when the cardboard is wet, it will fall down. It will fall down. Okay. So now next is wind uneven heating on the earth. on the earth. Uneven heating on the earth. So here already we have discussed that the winds in area near the water bodies, including seas and oceans, already we have discussed, isn't it? Already we have discussed. Okay, so what about the wind on the other parts of the earth? Question is, isn't it? So here uneven heating takes place on the surface of the earth. Uneven heating means in some places the heat is more, the hot places will be there, and in some places of the earth cool places also there, isn't it? That is what you call it, uneven effect of heat, uneven heating effect on the earth. Some places of the earth very cool, some places of the earth very hot. Hot regions are there. So there are number of reasons for this. What? Uneven heating between the equator and the pole. Here you see, this is a, what you call it, equator. These are called the poles. This is what you call it, equator. The sun rays directly falls. The sun rays directly falls on the equatorial region. The sun rays directly falls in the equatorial region, due to which the heat is more in these places. These places are very hot compared to polar regions, isn't it? So the air in this region gets warmer. What happens? The warm air will be lighter than the cool air. So the warm air will be rises up due to heat of the sun. The equatorial region, what happens? The warm air is lighter than the cool air and it rises up, goes up. Isn't it? It goes up. So what happens here? And the cooler air from the region in the 0 to 30 degrees altitude on either side of the equator moves in. Okay? This movement of the air sets forth winds and moves over the earth. And we have also seen that increased wind speed is what happens, accompanied by a reduced air pressure, and this leads to rains. This leads to rains. Okay. So now here we'll understand how winds are produced, how they brings the rain, and how they can destruct something. How the winds are destructive sometimes. We want. So uneven heating effect of land and water. Uneven heating effect of land and water. Uneven heating effect of land and water. In summer, near the equatorial region, the land heats up faster, and during the daytime temperature of the land will be very high, isn't it? Higher than the water bodies like seas and oceans. During the daytime, the temperature is very high and the land heats up faster, and the temperature will be more compared to other water bodies like sea and oceans. So the air over the land gets heated up. What I told you, warm air is lighter than the cool air, and this warm air will be goes up, moves up, rises up. This causes the winds to flow from the ocean towards the land. Understood? These are called monsoon winds. What do you call it? Monsoon winds. So here the air over the land gets heated up and rises. This causes the winds to blow from ocean towards the sea, oceans towards the land. Towards the land. Isn't it? The air over the land gets heated and rises, and this causes the winds to flow from ocean towards the land. Isn't it? This causes the monsoon winds. These are what you call it? Monsoon winds. These are called monsoon winds. On the land heats up faster, especially during summer season, the temperature will be very high and the air gets warmer and the air rises up. Isn't it? Warm air is always lighter than the cool air. Okay, it rises up. So this causes the winds to flow from the oceans towards the land. Isn't it? And these are what you call it, monsoon winds. These are called the monsoon winds, and usually these winds are occurring the month June to September. These are called the monsoon winds. This occurs during June to September month. Okay, the winds from the ocean carry water. This carry the water. Okay, this carry the water and brings the rains. It brings the water vapor will be moved. The different reasons are there to evaporate the water along with the winds, along with the air. What happened? The water also carry. The wind carry the water also, water vapor also, what you call it, water vapor, and it brings the rains. Okay. So farmers in our country, they mainly depends on rains for their agriculture. They are completely depend on agriculture for rains. They are dependent on rains for their agriculture, and we can also, other use of the wind is generate the electricity. We can generate the electricity with the high speed wind. With high speed wind, we can even generate the electricity also. Okay, children? So reverse of this, the wind flows usually reverse in the month. Reverse. That is, reverse means that is December to early March. December to early March, the wind flows from land towards the sea. Land towards the sea. Opposite to this. So what happens? These are called. So what happens here? This will take place March to. So you will get even in this month also. You will get the rains, isn't it? You will get even the rains in this month also, and the wind flows from the land to sea, and the sea cools very slowly. The sea will cools very slowly. So here the farmers completely depends upon their agriculture for rains only, and another use is we can generate electricity also with the wind, isn't it? Speed wind. We can generate the electricity. You can write other uses of the wind also in homework. Write other uses of the wind also. Okay. Thank you, children. Have a nice day.